Live here at the foot of Turkey Cock Mountain. We are live here at American Times headquarters and the world headquarters of the Dixieland Connection. It is July 29th at 8:48 p.m. I am Fat Bill. This is Fat TV. We are beaming 1 million watts. Correct this header. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can the group hear me now? If you can hear me, we go ahead and give old Rastaman a call after I do the backstory. John, Scrapyard. I hear you, Scrapyard. What's going on? Hell yeah. Good, 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 good. Well, Scrapyard sound like he got it going on, don't he? He got the good shit. He's not in the U.S. He's in either England or or he's in Australia. He's in one or the other. Yeah, he's in Australia. Skywatcher, my buddy. What's up, Skywatcher? Hey, man. Big Skywatcher in the house. Skywatcher in the house. William Torres, what's going on, man? Let me give a shout out to his wife, Dana. Dana, it's good that you're in the house. Thanks for coming by, Dana. We love you too, Dana. We love all our subscribers and the family of our subscribers. We love it. I love every single one of my subscribers and their family. And Dana, well, William's a good dude. I'm sure he's lucky to have you. Skywatcher, what's going on, man? What's going on down there in Australia, Skywatcher? Number one donator of the Floyd Project. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button. Yeah. You see what John Wilkins says? Hit that like button. So, Rastaman, old Lady Stone, we're going to give him a call here in a few minutes and talk to him. He recently uh, this is a great picture of him right here. Just shows what a good dude he is. There's old Rastaman right there, got his arm raised up. And down there in the right hand corner, that's Lee Wilkins from No Kidding Kennels. And the guy with the beard on the right hand corner, that's George Schumer. I don't know if y'all ever heard of him before, from Canada. George Schumer bred a lot of rascal dogs. And then the guy in the orange shirt in that picture, that's Mark Gill. And you know those Tom 2 dogs that you see with that Gill bitch that was bred to Chinaman to produce Tom 2? That Gills, whatever it was bred to garner Chinaman to produce Tom 2. That's the guy that made the breeding, the guy in the orange shirt right there. Yeah, the guy in the orange shirt's the one that made the breeding that produced that Tom 2 dog. That's Mark Gill. And Mark Gill was a good dog man. He was from West Virginia. And he was part of the hillbillies with Bailey, the guy that was in with Ed Farron in that bunch. Oh, you let Dana know she's got that T-shirt coming. I'm gonna pick them up tomorrow. I was supposed to have picked them up Wednesday, man, and it was just too damn hot. The lady that does my T-shirts, it was just too hot for her, and she doesn't have any air conditioning in her T-shirt room. But they'll be ready tomorrow. And you tell Dana her shirt will ship this week. Yeah, Jim Bailey. Yeah, laced with the game. Mark Gill was partners with Jim Bailey. And had a kennel called the Hillbillies. Bolero. Brandon, what's going on? Now the guy sitting in the right hand corner, in the very right hand corner in that picture, that's Lee Wilkins of No Kidding Kennels. The guy in the very right hand corner. That's Lee Wilkins of No Kidding Kennels from England. Oh hell yeah, I got me a new horn. And don't miss work tomorrow. But there's old Rastaman hanging out with the boys. That's how he always was, man. He's always hanging out with the guys. Let's try to give him a call. What's happening, man? Okay, well I can call you a little while. It ain't no rush. Yeah, you can call. Just give us a call in an hour when you get home, man.
Okay, I'll call you as soon as I get home.
Okay, man. I'll talk to you then. All right. All right. Bye-bye. All right. He's busy. He's busy, but he gonna give us a call in an hour when he gets home. Bolero. Bolero. He's busy, but he gonna call us back in an hour when he gets home. So we got everything lined up for the interview. This is gonna be a good interview. So let me give you the back story. You're finally out of lockdown in Australia. That's fantastic, man. That is fantastic that you're finally out of lockdown in Australia. You think so, Lace? Rack City, what's going on? Okay, William, that sounds good, man. I'll get them to you. I will get them to you, man. I'll get them to you. So, Rastaman, let's see what other pictures I got. Let's see here. Crotch critters. There's a good picture of me, Boone, and Bakari back in the day. Young Prince, what's happening, man? Now, I'll tell you, man, we used to have so much fun hanging out. When that picture right there was taken, man, we were having so much fun back in them days right there. Um, it should have been a crime, man. That's three amigos right there, baby. We had a good time hanging out together. Between the three of us, man, we could come up with a bulldog to put on anybody at any time, anywhere, any day, for any amount of money. So Boone is the one on the left. Boone is on the left. That's me in the middle. And that's Bakari on the right. Bakari is on my left. Boone is on my right. Boone is the tallest of the three of us. Oh, sure. I'll sign your shirts for you, William. Let me write on here to sign them. Sign shirts. Hey, Georgia Bulldog. Yeah, man, we're going to throw that cookout in. It's the weekend next year. We're going to have that cookout. Bolero. Woo! But we're going to have that cookout in May of next year. Still working on the location. Still working on the exact date. But what I'm trying to do is work on having a luau at the beach where everybody can just meet at the beach and hang out and get a hotel room, and we can go to the restaurants, and we can go fishing and gambling and smoke weed and have a good time, man. Have a good time. Well, check it out. I got the Wilkins boys in here together. How about some likes up there? How about y'all put some likes up? Put a picture of the Wilkins boys up for you if you'll give me some likes. Huh? There's a picture of them Wilkins brothers with their bulldog. Give me some likes for them Wilkins boys. Give me some likes for them Wilkins boys. There they are with their puppy Guido. Give me some likes for them. I want to thank all my subscribers for being here today. Everybody for listening, checking in. All y'all for listening to this after it's been recorded. I appreciate you dropping in, listening to this and watching it. And as soon as Rastaman calls back, we'll get this interview. But let me tell you about Rastaman's backstory. He's always been a leader in his community, and always been a real honest person. I've known him since I was in high school. He was a year ahead of me in high school. He graduated from Page High School in 1979. Oh, Ben. Yeah, well, you know, you know how it is, Ben. But anyhow, he graduated from high school a year ahead of me. And we've been friends, close friends since 1985. I mean, real close friends. So I've been friends with him for 35 years. 35 years. We're going to talk to somebody that's been friends with me for 35 years. And I think that says something for somebody when they've been friends with someone that fucking long. It says one thing that the two people have been honest to each other. Because you can't stay friends like he and I have been friends with each other if shit ain't right. And all the people I've ever known him to treat, all the big name people, Frank Jacobs, Floyd Hicks, um, uh, Lester Hughes, Ed Farron, Bakary, um, Carl Mims, David Tant, Tom Garner, Harry Hargroves, um, all of them, man. James Crenshaw, Irish Jerry. Um, he's always treated them all fairly and honestly. And I ain't never seen him screw nobody over. So, but there's this controversy going around right now, and we're going to talk about it when he comes online. And I think a lot of it comes back to the interview that he did here on Fatv. And he's got a beef now with him and the owner of the termite dog. So they run into each other at an event recently and got into quite an argument. And it was over people being dishonest, and it was over people not keeping their word, and it was over a bunch of bullshit that wasn't true. And so we're going to straighten that out because Rastaman's my homeboy. And so we're going to set the record straight on that tonight. And we also going to check up on his health because he recently got shot, took 4 bullets, and got hit with 4 bullets. Got 4 bullets, got 3 bullets in the stomach and 1 bullet in the foot. And it was a totally separate incident. And we'll get to hear about that tonight. He's still healing up from that. So we're going to have an interesting talk. So, but this guy, man, always been straight up. That Lady Stone dog, I got a good picture of him and Lady Stone. Let me see if I can find that picture. Paris, what's going on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I've been telling stories. I've been on here telling stories. Can you hear me now? I've been on here telling stories, and I don't think you heard a single word I said. How about now? Can you hear me now? No, still can't hear me. Now, yeah. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, just let me know when the sound goes out so I can kick it back on. Did y'all hear the story about Lady Stone going into tornado? Not tornado. So Lady Stone, she was matched into David Tant. She went into yeah, she went into Lady Stone went into David Tant. Didn't hear any of it. Okay, well let me start over then. So Lady Stone went into David Tant, and when she went into him, man, we went down there to Tant's place with her, and Lady Stone was such a beautiful dog. Didn't look like a pit dog. I mean, look at her. She's a gorgeous animal. Yeah, and she went into Miss Yellow. Miss Yellow was right out of Tant's Yellow, and Tant was proud of her, man. He was proud of that bitch, and she was a rough looking dog. That Miss Yellow dog was a rough looking bitch. I mean, she looked like a monster. I mean, at 42 pounds, she looked like a 50-pound dog. You know how them yellow dogs are big? She was a big bitch. Well, anyhow, they let them rascals go. That Lady Stone, she wasn't only beautiful, but she was classy. Man, she handled that bitch from the beginning to the end. Just just took it to her. Just took it to her, controlled the whole deal, couple scratches each, and she curted that bitch out in about 55 minutes. So, it was a shock. It shocked them boys down there. They were so shocked. It was a shocker. And um, she she was a great bitch, man. She was a great bitch, just a real high class bitch. Made her jump. Curd that bitch out, man. Curd her out. Got up on that head. Got up in that throat. And never took a breath. That bitch never took a breath. I mean, she was in Boone could condition like, I mean, he was a great conditioner. One of the best conditioners you ever met. I mean, he could point a dog just right. Top conditioner. And but he had a connection with that bitch. Now she was bred by the great Butch Fox. Now, unless you read my book, you don't know who Butch Fox is. But Butch Fox, I'm getting ready to tell you how she was bred. Butch Fox was bred by Lady Stone was bred by a man named Butch Fox. That's who bred her, and she was a combination of Zebo and Buster bloodlines. Let me see if I can pull her pedigree up. Uh, now, as you can see, Rack City, she was a perfect blend of Zebo and Buster. How you like that breed? And bitch was bred out the ass, man. No, she didn't go into Tornado. No, she didn't go into Tornado. He matched that Sadie bitch into Tornado. Oh yeah. She was bred out the ass, man. Brandon Murphy. Praising God. Thank you, Lord, for another day. Thank you for another day to take care of them little babies. Well, what I was getting ready to do was tell you about Butch Fox. Now, Butch Fox was one of the best dog men I ever met. The man that made that breeding right there, man, he helped so many dog people get into dogs and be good dog people. Every weekend, he would open his home up to all of us. We'd all go to his house and roll dogs. He'd let us use his place to have matches at, and he was a great breeder. That big stone dog of his was a super match dog. Also a really great stud dog. Um, Mr. Fox would would when you go over there to his house, he worked for Miller Beer, and man, he kept a refrigerator full of Miller Beer, and you got to drink all the cold beer you wanted, and he was just such a great guy. He got real sick. He got cancer, and was passing away. And I remember, like right before he passed away, he come to visit me, and him and old Boone come over to the house one day, and Mr. Fox come by, and he told me that he really liked me, and that he thought I was a good guy, and I told him I really liked him, that I thought he was a good guy, that I was gonna miss him, and makes me sad to even think about him being gone. But he was a super dude, man. So whenever you think about Lady Stone, you know, always think about Butch Fox. Think about Butch Fox, our breeder, because man, he hooked us all up. Man, we would go to his place, and he would work on our dogs for us, and uh, uh, just one of the nicest men you ever met in your life. The guy that bred that dog right there. I mean, just a real nice guy. I wish I had a picture of him. I could put it up and show you a picture of him. I've got a picture of Butch somewhere. You know, but he was instrumental in the Greensboro area, um, in developing a lot of dog people. Um, Especially me. Yeah, fuck cancer, but especially me. I mean, Mr. Fox had a lot to do with him. Without Mr. Fox, I don't think that we would be the dog. I know that we wouldn't have been the dog man we are without Butch Fox. So I want to bring that up and just say his name, Butch Fox. Butch Fox. Butch Fox. Batman. Yup, he bred Batman. Butch Fox bred the Batman dog that beat me twice. He give me that dog. Butch, give me that dog. That story is in my book. I don't have a picture of him I can get my hands on. Yeah, I don't have a picture I can get my hands on, man. Um, I've got one somewhere, but I don't have one right now and get my hands on. But I will. I'll find a picture of him. That's right. Thanks, fellas. Thanks, fellas. Thanks for showing homage to Butch. Man, he had the coolest setup, right? So he lived in a neighborhood. He just lived in a regular neighborhood, right? Had a nice house, regular ranch, 3-bedroom house. And then behind his house, he had a 2-car garage. And in the 2-car garage, he had a pit set up. And I mean, he left it set up all the time. This was back in the 80s, right? And then behind the pit was a refrigerator, and that sucker was full of beer, with beer stacked up next to it. Now, this is right here in the neighborhood. This was back in the 80s. This is like 85, 86, up until, the late 80s, we were doing this. All right. So now everybody'd come over there, and we'd all park on the street. We'd all park in his driveway. Man, this place was like 3 blocks from the police station. I mean, we were like, not kidding you now. We were 3 blocks from the fucking police station in Greensboro, North Carolina. And dude, this was back in the mid 80s. And we'd be coming out of there with our dogs, and cop cars would be driving by. Yeah, Miller High Life. And cop cars would drive by and just like nod at us, like, yo, what's up? I mean, it was just incredible. When I think back on it, and the stuff that we were doing, and nobody gave a shit. Hell, we had a sheriff's deputy that came over there and rolled dogs with us, a guy named Glennie Redmond. He's passed away now. But hell, he'd come over there and he'd roll dogs with us. And he was a deputy in the sheriff's department. Oh man, it was fun. It was some good times over there, man. I remember taking Stomper over there and rolling him. Took Bolero over there and rolled her. You know, rolled Rose over there. Rose got to roll over there. Man, we had a good time. Champagne and beers, man. Well, we had a we had a Miller we had a Miller brewery here near Greensboro for many years. It's closed now, and but Butch worked there, and they gave all the employees a case of beer a week. And man, he had them stacked up, man. He had them stacked up. More, we used to drink them. I'll tell you, there's two kinds of beer I like. I like free beer and I like cold beer. And if you got free cold beer, I'm your boy. Woo! I'll be right back. Well, oh man, we used to have some great rollathons back in the day. There was another guy named Junior Lucas. There was another guy named Junior Lucas. Used to put on rollathons. And we'd all go to his place. And he had this tobacco shed. And the pit was in the top of the tobacco barn. And the tobacco barn was it was a building that was like 30 by 30 made out of logs. And then you went into the upstairs of it by a ladder. And you had a upstairs part that you were in. And the man, we would all pull up to that thing with our cars and our trucks and our dogs, and we would roll dogs all day long, man. Oh yeah, that luau gonna be fun, man. Just waiting on him to call back. Yeah, where's Triple J at? Where's the man at? He's probably making a video. Oh yeah, you come in on the good old days, man. Oh Lord. You get this bud out right here. You get that bud out. Oh, yeah. That's good shit right there. A drink called Crazy Horse. Oh, yeah. I remember Crazy Horse, Steel Reserve, all them malt liquors. That stuff will hurt you, man. I told you, man, I drank some of that cold duck. I like that cold duck back then. Night Train, Cisco. What about the Four Locos? How about the Four Loco? James Dean, what's happening? Rack City. That corn liquor make you see sideways. Oh yeah, no, I'll drink some Red Bull with some Jack Daniels in it. I like that. Oh, here comes a Pucky. Here comes a Pucky. Here comes a Pucky. Pucky. Watch out for the wires. Look out for the wires. Hold on. There you go. There you go. Give me some kisses. Give me some kisses. Oh, you done knocked the wires down. Give me some kisses. Oh, my baby. My baby. I love you. I love you. Oh, you love me too, don't you? Oh. Oh. There you go. Let me get that back up there. I'm not my wires down. Let's see if we can get this back working here. All right. All right, man. That sounds good right there, John. David. Damn, John, you chugged a bottle of Cutty Shark. Damn, man. Chugged a whole bottle of Cutty Shark. Man, oh man. Now, look, I seen a guy drink a whole bottle of Texas Pete. Y'all know what that is? I seen a dude for $50 drink a whole bottle of Texas Pete. I mean, drink that shit like it was water. Man, oh man. Yeah, now I've drank a lot of liquor there. Now I sat down here one day when my brother died. I sat down here and drank half gallon of moonshine in 2 days. And you know, I mean, I can drink now. You can ask some of my friends. Ask friend of Eli how much old Fat Bill can drink when Fat Bill wants to drink now. I mean, I get to drinking. I'll show you some drinking now. But I pretty much quit drinking. I mean, you know, well, John and when John and David were here, I don't think we drank a beer. Yeah, I heard from Carlos. I talked to Carlos. Let's see, I talked to Carlos on Monday, and he was telling me about the trip. He was telling me about meeting Sean, and that they met Sean in South Carolina and dropped a puppy off. And then the other guy didn't show up. The dude that was supposed to get the free puppy, he didn't show up, and he's supposed to arrange a transporter, and the transporter is going to take the dog to the winter up in New York. Vegas, how you doing, buddy? Um, I don't know a whole lot about El Titre. That's a modern dog. And man, I'm really into the 1900s. I don't know a whole lot about what's happening nowadays. Um, I'm really, really not that interested. Um, but uh, I hear he's a hell of an animal, or was a hell of an animal. Dog of the year, super dog. Um, you his pups are bringing big money. He's definitely ramped up and being promoted heavily by all those that have got their hands on him. So my advice, if I was interested in it, it would be a lot like the uh, different bloodlines that have come along the last 20 years, is wait for the offspring. See what he's going to throw, and then breed to a good son of his. And if the dog's going to produce, then all right, here we go. Hello.
Yo, what's up, my brother?
What's going on, brother?
Man, just getting back home.
Good deal, man. Let me get this rigged up here so we can hear you good. Rigged
Okay.
it. All right. Okay, I got it. So
You can hear me?
oh yeah, I can hear you clear as a bell. I know they can hear you clear as a bell because I'm 5 feet from you and I can hear you.
Okay,
So,
good.
so what's going on, man? So
Good, man. Just go ahead.
oh no, I was giving them some backstory. I just did a tribute to Butch Fox, man.
Oh man,
Hey,
damn.
that's where yeah, man. I figured we could start there. Is talk, let you talk about some Butch Fox. I'll tell them how much I love Butch Fox, and I even told him about the day. Remember when he come over there to my house when you and him come over there when he was dying, and we sat back there in that little room in the back, and we was talking about, man, I'm about to start crying again. And we sat there and talked about old times and shit. We sat in that little room in the back of my house. And
yeah, I remember that. I had Butch had called me. He said, "What you doing, man?" I said, I'm just, I was at the house. I stayed right around the corner from it. I said, I'm just sit. He said, well, Boone, he said, things looking rough, man. I said, yeah. He said, I'd like to do something, man. I said, what's that? He said, I'd like for you to take me to all the guys' houses, with the dogs. I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. And his wife was like, oh, you don't need to go. I said, listen, I want to go and see these people. And I guess in all words, he knew that he was at the end. He was at the end of his time, and he wanted to, just go pay everybody a visit before it was all over. So we rolled over to his brother's house. Then we left there and went by my house so he could see the dogs. He didn't get out. He just stayed in the vehicle. And then we went. We went by Vernon, Mr. Whitley house, and then we left there, and then we went by. Then we came over your house, Bill. And when we came out there, we kind of sat in the back there and kind of talked and went to reminiscing, talking about the dogs and the different things that didn't happen. And,
man, we had so much fun. We had so much fun up there at his house. His man, I'm telling you, rolling them dogs at his house, that was instrumental in forming both of us.
Well, it was a valuable lesson. He was the first person that I had met that raise puppies in the pit. And I was like, I said, why you raise your puppies in the pit? I said, make sure they get used to it. I had never met nobody raise puppies in the pit.
He left that motherfucker set up all the time, man. He left it set up.
24/7.
Refrigerator full of beer, pit set up.
Yeah, that was set up 24/7.
Three blocks.
Little puppies up in that shit, man. And I'm like, damn. I just thought that was, he was the first person I had seen that did that, and I'm talking about he like, it was like, you know, that was a part of what he did. You know, all the puppies was in the pit. You know,
just, you know, and such a nice, and you know, and you emulate Butch. You know, you emulate Butch, man, in the way you are. You a lot like Butch. You know,
well, I'm gonna say this, yeah. He had a great effect on my life because I met Butch. I was young, and God damn it, you know, when you know how it is when you're young, boy,
but wild.
You be doing all kind of crazy shit. You know how that shit goes.
Oh yeah.
And when I met him, he was like, "Look, man," he said, "Look, I just want to talk to you, man." And we sat down, and he was just talking, and he was telling me, he's like, you know, hey, you know, we all done been through that youth stage. He said, but you could come a point where you have to tone all that down and just be humble. You know, you got to humble yourself, man. You know, and treat people like you want to be treated, man. And man, you know, I got tears about, you know, treating men and women, you know, a certain way. You know, how we need to respect one another. I mean, I watched this brother, man. Him and his wife went through a thing, and you know, and then when he got sick, he was like, and you know, and then he was like, "Yo, boom, I'm gonna have to bring her back in." And I'm like, "What? Like what?" Because you know all the things that happened, I'm like, "What?" You know, I'm like, "Stop," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Said, but you know what? He said, "No matter what has happened, I gotta forgive her for all that stuff because there's some things I did too, you know, and I gotta let her have control of, you know, all my assets and you know, because I know she'll take care of it." And I was like, you know, I was like, damn, I was like, man, this is a hell of a dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go and ask for her to, you know, come back. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it
yeah.
was just like, damn, it was like magic happening before your eyes. You know, the man, you know, just being the man all the way around, you know, even when it wasn't right. You know what I mean? Just accepting all them terms that wasn't right, but at the same time forgiving, you know, for the situation to be right.
Kind of,
and
well,
yeah, man, he had a big effect on my life, man, and I will never forget that brother, man.
Man, I'm telling you. Hey, so I was telling some stories about him, and then I was like, I typed his name up there. I said, "Rest in peace, Butch Fox." Y'all all say, "Rest in peace, Butch Fox." And man, it was like about 50 people typed his name on there, and about you getting shot, and so they're like telling you to heal up. They want you to get well soon. There's all people on here saying speedy recovery, Rastaman, heal fast, Rastaman, hello, Rastaman. You got all these people speaking to you on here. So glad to hear you're doing well. So, yeah, man, the rumor got out that you had got tagged, and I had to address it that you were okay. I didn't say anything about what happened because I don't know nothing. You know, all I know is that you took a whooping and kept on cooking.
Well, I'm gonna say this, goddamn it. I don't want to be going through this no goddamn more. Fuck this shit here, boy.
Damn it.
You know, the motherfucker got tools out there, your throat and all through your motherfucking head. Man, good God almighty. I wouldn't wish this on nobody, man, but you know, all praise to the most high. He covered me, you know, and I always ask for his guidance every day.
Amen.
And so, you know, we here, you know, we still with y'all brothers, you know, we ain't left yet.
Man, and so many are gone. So
good people, man.
Man, I swear, you go to looking around and man, you see all them obituaries of people younger than us that are leaving, and I'm like, oh shit. I try to not look at that shit.
Yeah, a lot of guys, you know, younger than me, guys that went to school with my younger brothers and all that, man. And so, but you know, just we sent out prayers to any and everybody that have had some kind of hardship or turmoil or tragedy in their family, whatever the case may be. You know, our hearts is filled with one love, you know, love and understanding. You know, my thing ain't never been, you know, try to sucker punch somebody or try to, you know, just undermine somebody for whatever ill thought that I may have, you know, because ain't none of us perfect mind, but that don't mean we have to act on it, you know. And so, you know, we've all had some thoughts of a whole lot of different things that might not have been the best thing to do, but at the same time, we'd be wise enough not to act on them because we know it wouldn't be good for our household, our family, or, you know, the people around us, or maybe the situation involved. But you got some people, you know, weak enough to fall into this negativism, and then they try to act like they done really did something, which, you know, they ain't. Because if a man gonna still off on a man, be man enough to go toe to toe with the man.
That's right.
You know, don't goddamn do the Michael Jackson moonwalk backwards, looking left to right, looking for help. God damn it, you done made the move. Let's mix it up.
Come on forward. Don't go backwards.
Yeah, let's mix it up. Let's go on and mix it up so, you know, we can get that thing out the way. But now, you know, everybody know where we stand.
Well, now, my listeners don't know nothing about what you talking about. They don't know.
But they probably don't. But if they just keep listening, they'll figure it out So there'll be some that do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, hell yeah. They like, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Because I ain't said a word about it, you know.
Just leave it like it is. Leave it like it is.
All right.
But now I do want to address something that I really want to do. Is you know, I heard through the grapevine, Perry Powell was telling people that I snitched on him. Now, you know, this thing started out with Mr. Chavis and his dog against Perry Powell, and he asked me if I would, you know, condition the dog and do whatever. And I thought it was an honor for, you know, a dog man to actually, young dog man to honor us to do that. And so it wasn't nothing personal, you know, we just strictly, you know, it's just strictly bulldogging. But for some reason, no, if they don't come by me or Fatv way, everybody know when, back in the days, 30, 40 years ago, when you come by us, we ain't gonna do no show in the house. And you invite 200 motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We would never do that. We would never. That's just like committing suicide. The police right there. All you gonna have 200 motherfuckers over here. There's some motherfucker over there probably been complaining about your dogs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And calling and or whatever. But and you got all these motherfuckers that making all this noise, and then here come the folks, and so the folks come. They didn't catch us with no dogs, because everything was broke down, put up, because everything was over by then. But I was asked, well, what you doing here? I said, I just came to a cookout. That's all it was. So next thing I know, a couple weeks later, now they charging me with animal cruelty, saying that I was in the box. I'm like, what? What do you say? I'm in the box. Shit. Y'all didn't catch us in the box. Yeah, I wasn't in the box. Well, we got somebody gonna say you was in the box. Oh, fuck. Well, who the hell is that? And somewhere or another, Perry Powell found out that it was Anthony Robinson that signed the statement. So I'm like, well, damn, I don't even know this motherfucker. I ain't never seen this motherfucker. I don't even know the fuck he is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, so it come down, showdown. We're going to court now. And I was already, going away because I was serving the sentence. And so they brought me back to court. And so my lawyer he said, listen, you got somebody going to testify against you. And he said, Anthony Robinson? I'm like, no, I don't know the man. I don't even know what he looked like. And so he said, they'll give you a year, they'll tack a year onto your sentence, and you just going on down the road. I said, well, shit, I'm cool with that. I take that plea, And so they gave Perry a plea. I think it was like 4-year probation, and then he had to pay a fine and do some volunteer work, and then I think he had to give up the dogs he had and something like that. And then here we are, 30 fucking years later. I don't know if by him doing that time that he just come off of made him see now, or he just kind of like went brain dead. I don't know. I just don't understand it because it's in black and white that he took a plea and I took a plea. And because we took the plea, Anthony Robinson didn't have to testify against us, so they dropped all the charges against Anthony Robinson. But I'm the only motherfucker that served the sentence for the shit. And then this nigga gonna say, yeah, I snitched. I'm like, for real? So I don't know if then so that he was locked up for a while.
Look, my case was the same way. My case was the same way, man. Look, there were 18 people who went to the grand jury in my case. 18 of them. 18 people testified against me, man. 18 people went to the grand jury. And you know who can tell you all about it is Lisa, because Lisa got subpoenaed too. And she had to sit there with all them people that day when they all went in there. And she can tell you about old Garner. Garner, she went after Garner. Garner was in there for 2.5 hours, man. Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of things that happen, and I can assure anybody, Boone ain't never participated in none of that fuckboy shit.
No, man, fuck that. I served 18 months of it. I got the drug action program when I was in there. That DAP program they got. And man, I got that drug program because I pissed positive every time during free sentence. You know. Man, I stay high. What are you talking about? I live in Virginia, man.
I don't know what happened, what's going on with that dude for him to be saying that, but if anybody wanted to know the truth, all you have to do is pull the shit up.
Yeah.
You can see what I just said is true facts. But I don't know what his business is. Trying to attack the assassinate a brother. I don't know, but whatever it is, he got to deal with that because I ain't worried about none of that shit. You know what I mean? Because we know we live a righteous. I wouldn't want to be paid. You know what I mean? So
well, I'll tell you what, man. I've known you 35 years. I've known you for 35 years. And it's just like where people say that Gambler rubbed Virgil against Meister. You know, I've known Bob 30 years. I've known Bob 30 years. In 30 years of conversations with Bob, he's never talked about rubbing a dog. Ever.
You're talking about Fritz or Bob?
Bob, the gambler. The gambler.
Oh, yeah, the gambler. Yeah, the gambler, cool, man.
He ain't never talked about rubbing no dog. He ain't never rubbed no dog. And it's like every conversation I've ever had with you, and we've had some gangster conversations. We ain't never talked about, you know, I mean, you stone cold gangster, man. I mean, you know, Barry Powell, man, this comes back to termite taking account. That's what this is all about. This is about one guy having one dog, and only having one dog. I mean, you know, if you've been in the dogs for 30 years and you got, you know, your whole world shatters, man. I mean, I'm sure you're going to be saying something about me before it's over, you know?
Oh, well, no, that's what I'm saying. People be getting lost in their thoughts, man. And so, you know, it ain't much we can do about that. But I do know that Big Joe did retire term, right? Yeah. And, but, you know, I thought, you know, to me, Big Joe wasn't the bulldog that Mr. Chavis said he was. And you know what? And this is the beautiful part about it. Even though Big Joe didn't perform like Mr. Chavis said he would, when I called Mr. Chavis, not one time did I say, "Hey, motherfucker, you saw me and fucked up, dog." You know, I ain't say none of that shit. All I said was, "Hey, Mr. Chavis." He said, "Well, okay, and you know, there'll be another time." I said, "Yeah, what no name called, none of that." And
no.
So, and the reason why I'm saying is, in this game, you win, lose, draw, or pick up. One of the four is going to happen. You can't dodge it. It's going to happen. One of them four going to happen, and you got to be prepared to accept either one. And if you can't accept it without getting an attitude and want to get huffy, this is not the game to be in.
Damn right.
Those things gonna happen. It ain't no, I don't give a damn. You know, I done heard people say, "Oh, I ain't never lost. I ain't never lost." Well, there's been some times you may have not lost a showing one, but I know there's been some situations you done lost. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, you know, you might not have had control of it the way you thought you did, and it kind of got it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we've all lost in all different type of ways, but it's,
you know, anybody I hear that says they ain't lost, they ain't gone into nobody, you know.
Hey, look here. Hey, look here. You know, when I hear that, I just say, okay, you know.
Yeah.
I don't dispute. You know. Hey, look here. Hey, I love Harry, man. Cause hey, man, they tell the truth. I don't know. You know, I ain't mad. You know, but
you gotta ask
anyway,
him. What's the best dog?
Yeah.
What's the best dog you beat? If they ask me, if somebody tells me I've never lost, I'm like, what's the best dog you beat? Tell me what's the best dog you beat, man. Who'd you beat? Well, it was the Hillbilly Boys over there. We beat Hillbilly Boys boxcar, you know. Who refereed it? Snake Man.
So, you know, I'm sure there's some guys that may have never lost. Maybe there is. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know I have lost, goddammit. But I won more than I lost. You know what I mean? So
I've had my ass kicked.
As long as you stay on the good side of winning and the least side of losing, you all right.
That's right.
It's all right.
That's right.
But some of these guys, they ain't never lost. Hey, I like to know the secret. And you know, and I hope whoever heard this don't take this personal, because I don't know who listened.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know who listened.
That's right.
So I'm not trying to point the finger at nobody, because if you haven't lost, that's good.
That's it. Good. But I'll tell you what, if I was still active and you haven't lost, I would like you to call me. I'd like you to call me.
You know, and see, and another thing about the game is bringing good humor to the game, man. You know, not bringing that madness and sadness and all that wickedness and want to be tough guy and all that. Man, we don't. It's enough of that shit going on without, you know, bringing it to a gentleman's sport. You know, a lot of people don't understand. If you go to the beginning, you know, our brothers are dressed up in their Sunday best.
That's right.
And goddamn with the derbies on and brought the hound and the handler and you know, and they lay down their little Sunday, whatever they were gonna put in church, they decided to put a little more, you know, so they could put a little more in church the next time.
Hey, me and Rastaman, y'all, listen to this now. When me and Rastaman would go match a dog, we didn't take no fucking 50 people with us. We'd go up and we'd match into the best people in the world, and it'd be like two of us.
We just gonna go and do the thing and get on up out of there, and motherfuckers will be pissed off with Bill. I'm like, God damn.
We show up, be about three of us, and there'll be about 100 of them.
I said, Bill, what you done did? Man, I mailed that motherfucker a shovel. No, you didn't. Yes, I did, Joe. Oh, hey, man, when you see that motherfucker, tell him I'm going to kill him. What? Why you going to do that? That motherfucker ain't shit, but they never told me why. Oh, boy, man, you was right, man. And that's what I liked about you, is that, you know, you had your own way and own style, but I knew it was competitive driven, you know. When it came to doing the dog, he might have been, you know, Bill might be a little nervous or this, that, but he gonna bring that dog. That dog gonna be feeling good too, and he gonna take his time. He gonna take care of that motherfucker, and so you gotta respect that. And you know, a lot of people say, "But boom, why you deal with the dude?" Man, you know, the dude cool with me. man. I mean, I can't say nothing bad about the man. The man done did so much shit. It ain't even funny, man. And we still talk today, man. And so, you know, and ain't no changes behind.
But you're right, man. I used to get nervous as hell, man. I was a nervous motherfucker.
I already know,
man. When that shit used to go down, I asked Norman Hooten about that one time. You know, I said, man, I get so nervous beforehand. And he goes, man, he said, I know warriors before they go into war, they'd be throwing up and shit. He said, it's okay. He said, it's all right. He said, as long as you don't let it control you, he said, it's all right. He said, don't let that shit control you. And so, you know, but nowadays it's different. Now I flatline. When shit gets crazy, I fucking do this flatline shit, man, where I drop a gear. And I've changed as I've gotten older. And I don't get nervous no more. Now I fucking drop a gear and get psycho.
You know, man, like sometimes I'll be sitting at home. I said, man, let me go here, fuck with Bill, give me a good laugh, roll up a big old joint. Come on.
Hell yeah.
I know I'll be laughing my ass off. Man. You remember that day, the jail wore that t-shirt or that Ed Fern t-shirt?
Oh, man. Was that the day I was shooting at him in the living room?
Take that fucking t-shirt off and get your ass off my property. Oh, what? I never seen that like that.
Oh, JR.
Man, what you do that for, man? Why you do that? Man, come out here wearing that goddamn shirt on.
Yeah, man, fuck him.
Hey, look.
Should have shot him that day.
Hey, look, you gonna crack up on this. We down there at Tom one year, right?
Yeah.
That's just funny. So we standing in there. And so Tom, you know, he's standing there, you know, Jules, JR, all of them standing there. So JR said, yeah, Tom, you know what I'm talking about? And then, you know how you be rambling, just running his mouth. And so, you know, I'm standing there, I'm trying to see what he's saying, you know?
Yeah.
And then he said, you know what I'm talking about, Tom, you know? Tom said, JR, I want to tell you right now, I really don't know what the hell you talking about. Oh, boy.
Man,
man.
Now I'll tell you.
When he said this shit,
now,
I thought I was man. I don't know what. I don't even know Jay. I don't know if he knew what he was talking about. I don't know what the hell he was saying. I don't know what.
Man,
that thing took me, man, to death, man.
Now you go to Tom Garner's Facebook page, right?
Yeah.
And look on there. He put a picture of him and Russ up. Just put it up like a couple days ago, and it says on there, this was a time when we had our enemies on the run or some shit like that. And they're handing me an award, like for being the most active dog man of the year or something. And you can't really see me. I'm like back in the picture, but you can see Tom and Russ. But Garner's acting like he was matching dogs or something, and you got to read it, man. Like him and Russ like were whooping everybody's ass at that time or something. And oh yeah, and then there's all these comments about how oh yeah, y'all were kicking everybody's ass and blah. I'm like going, wait a minute, I saw that shit. I was like, motherfucker, not only you didn't match shit, but Russ didn't match shit. Russ didn't match no dog. Did you ever see Russ match a dog?
Let me say this. they matched that Wicked dog against JR one time.
Like I said, did you ever said that ain't matching the dog?
I don't know. Let's see. I think it was Russ. I'm not. I don't think Tom. It was Tom. I think it was Russ. You know, you have to. I think. Let's see.
All I'm saying is the only people that was whooping ass back then was you and me. Them motherfuckers. The only thing they was whooping was the puppy pins, man. You know. I saw that shit, and I started laughing. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" Y'all look that up on Facebook, on Gardner's Facebook page. Motherfucker talking like he's the dog man. Lord Almighty, I couldn't believe it, man.
If I'm not mistaken, JR Meston, who owned the Wicked though?
Russ. Russ. Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
JR. See, I didn't even know nothing about it. And JR called me the day of and said, "Hey man, you want to ride with me?" I was like, "Wait, you going?" He said, "Man, I'm just taking a ride." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll ride with you." Shit. Rode out with him and JR lost, but you know, but I just really I think what weight was Wicked? What? Do you remember what weight he was?
I think 40. Yeah, I think 40 pounds.
Okay, and see, JR didn't have no 40-pound dog.
Yeah.
JR had about a 30, maybe 30, somewhere along there. He was way smaller than Wicked. Wicked was way bigger than him, man. He stood over him about 3-4 inches, you know, and but anyway, you know, and maybe that might have been what JR was talking about. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. You know what you know. I don't know what it was. But anyway, I like JR. He's a good guy. He's you know, he make you laugh. You know, you be around him.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's all right.
Yeah, he make you laugh, man. He just sometimes he say some stuff you don't quite put it together or understand it, but you know you find yourself trying to figure it out. You know, yeah, you know what I mean. But he's a good guy. I like him. You know, I like to be around him, and not only that, he's good for the younger guys. You know.
Yeah.
Trying to give them words of wisdom and advice and stuff like that. And you know, Coach, you got a lot of younger guys that are doing good, man. You know, I be hearing these things, and man, I'm so proud of these guys, man. How good they doing, man, and not just right here. I'm talking about all over the world, man. You know, so many young guys are doing so good, man, and they're competing, and you know, and they showing them. You know what I mean? You got some of them. You know, they drop 2-3 and go get 2-3 more. Come back, and I had an ultimate respect for all the brothers that this cold-hearted, competing. I mean, that just, man, that does something for me, man. Just to know that, when we dead and gone, man, like everybody was talking about how the NBA was going to suffer because, some of the names was going away from the game. Well, we ain't got to worry about that in this fraternity because this thing is going, it's going to be some young boys that's going to keep it hot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And when I say hot, I ain't talking about like hot, like fucked up. I mean like, keeping it good. You know what I mean? And so you got someone that's just keeping it right, man. And you can go. I don't care, north, east, south, west. You can go to Mexico. You can go Brazil. I mean, any country, man. And you can go look at the Crow people. You can go to the Dominican Republic. You can go Cuba. You can go anywhere, man. And,
Honduras. Bacari.
Oh, Bacari. Oh, boy, Bach. Bach. Goddamn, Bach ain't playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing his thing too. So, let's see. There's just so many people, man, that you didn't know that it's gonna be so widespread, man, and that's the beauty of it. Is it caught on like wildfire. You know what I mean? It's like motherfuckers they breeding like whereas we was like we just doing them and breeding less. These motherfuckers, man, they breeding them 10 months old, 11 months old, 12 months old. They getting puppies. Man, I'm like, damn, I ain't never did that, but I understand, if that's what it takes, you know what I mean? Because they making these breedings and then they fascinated by the papers, you know what I mean? It's paperwork and how the paperwork look and just getting this stuff together, man.
What you been breeding? Have you been breeding anything?
I've bred a couple of dogs. I got a few dogs that I done bred, and
what bloodline you fucking with? You still you got any?
I'm still dealing with the latest song stuff cross with the Willie and Buster Quinn and stuff, and I'm still dealing with that. And I like them dogs. I'm always like them dogs.
You got any of that stuff from Vernon?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They all crossed up. They crossed up. The more we inbreed them, the damn more they look like them, and the bigger they come, man. So we got one motherfucker weigh about 75 pounds, man.
Damn.
About 18 months old. We have a damn dog. That goddamn big. He's huge, man. Fucking head about the size of a fucking pumpkin, man. Big motherfucker. I mean, huge.
That's crazy. And he's inbred out of Lady Stone and the Whitley stuff.
No. He's inbred out of the Whitley stuff. He don't have no Lady Stone in him. But I got some other ones that do, that got the Lady Stone. I got some double breeded ones and Lady Stone dogs, and then I got some 50-50. And so they young, and I was gone away for a little while, so and then when I came home, I wasn't trying to do no breedings or nothing because I didn't want to have a whole. I just took my time and kind of like got a few dogs, and then I just, I ain't got a whole lot of dogs, but I got a couple dogs, and so I'm just, really not at my age. All I want to do is just look at them and do like the guys back there. You know, they were young and just talk about them. But I'm old. I think I earned the right to talk about them.
That's right. That's right. I never understood them old men when I was young, man. I'd come to their houses and they'd have about half a dozen dogs and they didn't do nothing with them. And now I understand.
Yeah, when you get old, man, all that, you know, like we go walk 10 miles and go run goddamn 5 and goddamn all that shit, man. Man, hey, look here, my legs done seen it. You know what I'm saying? I stepped in with big heavy ass boots and man, good gracious, man. We done been through that. So when you get old, you know, you can try, but you know, I ain't about to try this shit. I'm just thankful that I'm still here. But I mean, thanks to be here, you know what I'm saying?
I know you are.
Yeah. So, you know, I ain't trying to do a whole lot of nothing, man, but just
what kind of bullets he shot?
I had the goddamn
Caliber he hit you with. You don't know what caliber it was?
I think it was a gun, something like that.
Damn, man. Yeah. Well, that was probably the best thing, something like that, because it just go right through you.
Yeah, that's glad that they did. He said, you know, you like lung problems. A lot of stuff that could have happened didn't. Most high was, you know, like I said, with guiding over me. It was a very sad situation, but you know what I mean?
Damn right.
And yeah, man. And look, y'all feel about the Bulldog Hills. Make sure you come out and support. Putting on the nice of the wall climb. And they're going to be giving away Jesse, man. Just dig him up, man. I mean, one of the
what's his name?
You know what I mean?
What's his name?
Just call him Jesse. I think it's Jesse Allen. I'm telling you, I tell you what, he kind of reminds me of, you know, tough spirit, though. You know what I'm saying?
What's he?
He's doing is he's helping coordinate the. Yeah, he's a part of the team. Him and GP. I don't know if you know GP. You know GP?
Nah, I don't know any of them people.
Yeah, and Jesse is from North Carolina now. It used to be, you know, Bingo did it for, let's see, about 4 or 5 years from him because he put all his heart on and he's successful. You know, all you can do is just dig him up, man. And so now we got Jesse A in this seat now, and he does a good job too. He hosted what was it, the homecoming? I forget. He hosted an event, and we went to it, and man, he does such a great job, man. I just thought, you know, it was remarkable the way he had everything laid out, all the trophies. He had the break sticks from different countries, you know, guys that are real instrumental in the game that made them and made different little plaques and all kind of stuff, man. It was a kid, him and his father, they won, they won about 2 or 3 trophies, I forget. But anyway, they did a real good job. They did it over there on the Fayetteville side. And so I just thought it would be good, you know, somebody like him, because, you know, he did all this stuff out of his pocket, you know, him and his group. And so I just thought it would be good if we could get him involved with the APDR and just move forward here we are. This is year 7. And, I think Bingo did it for like 5 years, I believe.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong, I might be right, or might be more, or might be less, but he did a good job. And he left it in a place that where now, with Jesse A and his thoughts and his character, can take it, like you got a baton and win the race, and you pass that baton to the next man. It's like in the NBA, next man up.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesse A is the next man up. So, the baton is being passed to him, and you can find it on online. If you go, I think if you go on there, you can see some of the trophies and some of the collars. I don't know if they done put out everything that they're gonna give away, but I know they've shown some of the stuff. And but I want to add this too is Bill, when was that we started it over here in your backyard? When was that?
The first time we had one, it was for my birthday, and Lisa threw that birthday party for me, and all them people showed up. Remember? That was how it started.
That was 19 what?
It was like 80, it was like 87, 86, something like that.
Okay. And man, we had a blast over there, man. That shit was so good. And then from that point on, it went. When did we stop over there?
When I moved in 95, no, 97 was the last one we had over there with 97. 96.
So 87 had Norman Hooten. Name some of all the guys, old dog men. What was that man name? Was it Pete Sparks?
Pete Sparks, Howard Teal.
Howard Teal.
George Long, Robert Lim, Lester Hughes, Bobby Hall, Jack Kelly.
And Tom used to come.
Tom would come.
Yeah. And did Gene Smith ever come?
Gene came a couple times.
Yeah.
Irish Jerry, Greasy Corner Kid.
Yeah, Greasy Corner Kid, yeah.
He'd always come. He'd come to all of them. That motherfucker party hard, boy.
Yeah. We had a good time back there, boy.
Oh man. Yeah, and we allowed drugs and alcohol. We had every motherfucker. We had everything you could get there.
Like that. He had the Michaels and
we had pussy, we had everything, man.
Wow. And then even they had a few shows.
We had fights. Remember, we had fucking dog fights, man. Yeah, man. We'd have fucking dog fights. You remember? Hey, remember when we had them fight?
It was a misdemeanor then.
Yeah. Remember when we had them 5 fights the night before the pig picking when we fought Bronson. We fought that I lost that one fight with that dog against Ronnie. I lost against Ronnie that night, remember?
Okay.
I forgot what dog it was. It was a 2-time winner I had. I was going for a championship and I lost with him. And then we matched that bitch that night into Pitbull Rick, and we left her behind. Remember, I had to send David Knight back to go get the dog. because I fucking remember we left the dog behind. I had the dog matched and fucking forgot her.
Hey, your ass was high as a motherfucker.
Forgot the fucking dog, man. We didn't even load the damn dog up. I was like, son of a bitch, man.
Fun, man.
But we won 2 out of 3 that night. That was good.
That was good. We had some fun, man. That was wild. And then everybody really enjoyed themselves. Man, you know, like after everything and the next day, man, come over your house. God damn, motherfuckers still there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit went on for like 3 days, man.
To Monday. I'm like, God damn, man, you still got all these motherfuckers here? Yeah, man, we partying, man. We partying. Boy, that was a good update.
Yeah. Now this weekend, it's no drugs, no alcohol, and you motherfuckers got to leave at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Back then, Bill, it was more like renegade style.
It was wild.
It was misdemeanor. But see, now it's more, now back then it was family too, because, people brought the kids and, they was in that way in that room or somewhere and everybody was over here. But now, Bill, it's done changed. It's like when you look at TV, I be watching these dog shows. I don't know. Do you ever do that sometimes?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You know how they have the I've been watching the Greyhound, what they call it, Gucci race. It's a name start with a G.
Yeah.
But it's like they must be hopping like hurdles and man, that shit is I love that shit.
They got this thing in bulldogs, and any kind of dog can do it, called gameness, and it's the same thing where you run these agility courses with your dogs, and I've been training my dogs to run these tunnels and jump these little hurdles. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's just pretty cool, man. It's just pretty cool. Well, I need to shoot some videos of it. So
I like to see that, man, because I'm looking at this shit and look, and every time they run a race, it ain't like they go get some nutrients to get ready to do it again. These motherfuckers be ready to go every time they call them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I love that shit, man. That shit is, I just, being competitive, it's like, people always coming up with different excuses why they lost and all this. Hell, if I lose, I just lost. Hell, fuck it, I lost, man. That's it.
There's so much other shit you can. I'm with you. There's so much other shit you can do with your dogs nowadays. Besides what we used to.
Yeah, man. Because if you can get them in shape and they can compete 4-5 times a day, 6-7 times a day, and motherfuckers stand there just like he ain't moved. It ain't nothing ever happened. I mean, man, that's what you call putting them in shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know what? Yeah, I'd like to get in with that guard, giving them some dogs.
Yeah, man. Because, man, I'm telling you, man, they have bulldogs in there too.
Oh, I know, man. And
Greyhound, bulldog. They use them Australian shepherds. They use some of them little dogs. They use all different types of dogs, man. I've been watching this stuff, man, and I'm like, man, I'm just always compete against one another. But boy, them goddamn Greyhounds be goddamn stretching out on them motherfuckers.
There's some bad dogs, man.
them motherfuckers be running, boy. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And so I really like that, man. I really like that. But yeah, do you think anybody that might have some questions out there, man, and we'll have some?
Y'all got any questions for Rastaman? Well, I know you do. What questions y'all got? He's not smoking so much weed.
They sent me some edibles.
Yeah, they said.
Look, tell me, if I eat them goddamn edibles, I ain't moving, boy. Them edibles have your ass fucked. Hey, tell them I'd rather smoke the weed. That way I can control how much I consume. I take, most time, I roll a joint, I take about 2-3 tokes, and I put it out. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And mellow out on that. But when you eat them edibles, you don't know. Man, I tried that shit, man. I was so fucked up. I'm like, man, I don't want this shit no more, man. Cause it had you too goddamn high, man. It had your ass high as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So I'd rather just like take a couple tokes, put it out, and I can control how much I consume. But with them edibles, you don't know how much THC in each one of them motherfuckers. Oh, you know, you be fucked up. You eat 1 or 2 of them, you know?
Hell yeah. Who was the hardest dog man to compete against?
The hardest dog man to compete against. I don't think it's no one dog man to compete against the hardest, because you know competition is made of a lot of good people that love the dogs. And if you run into somebody that got it right, your ass got to compete. You know? So I just think there was a lot of guys that have had some good dogs, and they've been good competition. So you know, you could say, you know, I guess we would go. You know, you could. I would say, let's see. I would say Fat Bill was one of them. I go with James Crenshaw. I go with Ricky Jones. I go with Ken Allen, with somebody to compete against. Let's see. I ain't gonna say he was the hardest to compete against, but he was one to compete against. Let's see who else. Sammy Stallion. Is he still around or what?
Passed away. I got a picture of him hanging here on my wall, man. I got a picture of him with me and Johnny Lai and Daryl Harris with that Zabo dog when we beat that Redman dog. I got a picture of all 4 of us sitting, hanging right here on my wall, man.
So Sammy Stallion died.
He passed away. Yeah, he passed away. It's been several years.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Man, I like that dude, man. He was a competitor, man.
Oh,
that
yeah.
motherfucker had all that gold and had an afro, you know, like a black dude.
Oh hell, I'll show everybody his picture. Hang on a second. I got all your pictures up on. I got pictures of Lady Stone and you and Bach and me and everything up on the screen right now. But let me.
I'm gonna have to come over there and get a copy of all that shit you got, man. Cause I know you got.
There's Sam Stallard. There's Sam Stallard, y'all. That's Sam Stallard right there. He's next to me in the picture. That's Sam right there, y'all.
And man, I like that dude, man. He talked this shit. He brought his money, and he brought his fucking dog. That motherfucker was serious.
That's Sam. That's Sam. The white guy. The black guy is Daryl, the owner of the dog. The white guy next to me with the afro, that's Sam. There you go. I just showed the picture there. Put that back.
Yeah, I like Sam, man. He was cool, man.
Oh man, what you talking about? The motherfucker. Let's see. Was that him that lost? Did he lose to Perry that night down there that night?
Yeah. Perry was in shock.
Yeah.
Sam cut that bitch loose, and boy, when he cut that bitch loose, that bitch was killing Perry, though. I mean, goddamn, biting that bitch down. I said, good God Almighty. I was looking at that shit, and Perry just did like he was just punch drunk. He just standing there like, and I'm like, damn. I said, yo, man. I said, yo, come here, man. I said, man, And man, dog, killing your dog. I said, you got to call a turn. You got to do something. I said, you got to get that bitch away from that motherfucker, or she gonna die right there. And called a turn, and the referee recognized the turn, and I told Perry, I said, man, you got to make her handle. You got to handle that bitch. You can't wait for the bitch to stand up. You got to handle that bitch off the bottom. And man, Perry made one of the greatest handles I've seen another guy do that one time too, but that was one of the greatest handles I ever seen made off the bottom. Bitch get bit down, and he made that handle and got to the corner, and his bitch scratched, and then it was Sam bitch time to go, and Sam bitch went the wrong direction, and got counted out, and Perry Powell won. And, so, you know, he got lucky there, and then his bitch died right after the fight. I knew she was gonna die, man. Man, that bitch was fighting up there good. That bitch was fighting.
Hell yeah. Hey, Charles Johnson just chimed in. You remember Charles Johnson from San Antonio, my friend? Yeah. To you that night. You said you bet on Perry Dog, and he had to pay you that night.
Hey, he should have stayed with the winning team. Hey, Perry asked me to be a corner man. Man, he knew he was kind of corner man he was getting when he called me. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Cause goddamn it, if he'd have just kept looking at it, that bitch would have died. Man, that bitch was biting good. Tasty, that bitch was biting that motherfucker. Man, she was taking that dog apart, man. But soon as the day was over, that dog just went to sleep. He just went on out. I said, damn. But we did get the money though. So anybody else got any questions?
Let's see here. Is there any physical traits that you have found to come hand in hand with certain abilities?
Any physical traits I've found that comes hand in hand with certain abilities. Let me say this. I do know when you do a outcross, you know, most believe you get your best combat dogs that way. A lot of people believe that. But they could be real smart, a lot of ability to be able to keep one off of them, control the action. You know, it just comes different ways. I think, you know, if one bred right, whatever ability it has, or genetically it received, is good. I assume that if they're getting it, however this is coming, whether it's from the breeding or the family of dogs, you know, because like some dogs just have the traits of being a holdout dog or a throat dog, and then you might breed to another dog. He got a little more ability, and so the traits from that family, and then the traits from this family with ability, and they both come together. Yeah, it could be great for a dog. Yeah,
absolutely.
Not only that, it could be great for a line or a line of dogs that you're breeding, or family of dogs you're trying to create, or whatever. You know, it could be great.
Somebody wants to know what kind of kibble you're feeding. What kind of dog food you feed?
I like, you know, I'm just old fashioned, man. I like Purina Performance.
Okay, you know, Purina Performance.
A lot of people.
Yep, Purina Performance, good dog food, man. Shit, that stuff's $40 a bag, man.
Yeah. I mean, if I was going to use anything, that's what I would do, you know. But you know, you got a lot of people. They do a lot of different stuff and other stuff to do research what you're going to do. plan it out. Make sure you have enough to do it so you don't be running out, so that you can be consistent with what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. That's why I don't feed raw, because it's like, someday I can have it and some days I don't, and so it's I can't be consistent.
You see what I'm saying?
So what I'm doing is I feed a real high grade kibble. I feed that shit called Victor, and
Okay, you like it. Yeah, that's
yeah,
good dog food.
it's good dog food, but fuck, it's $50 a bag, man. And
Yeah.
and then that shit kick your ass buying that stuff, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's good dog food. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got enough?
Yeah, I guess. I had to go on a diet, man, to afford buying it. I spend more money in a week buying dog food than I do buying food for me, man.
No, I was saying, do you have another question?
Oh, I thought you said, do I have enough dog food? Let's see here.
I think your bell's still ringing, man. Your bell's ringing.
Other than your own top 3 dogs, let's see here. Young Prince. Let's see. Oh, what was your shortest show? What was the shortest show you had?
We went to Ricky Jones. Remember we won this 60 minutes. You remember the bitch you were supposed to put Valera on?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We won that motherfucker in 6 minutes. I said, God damn, that was the biggest pie we ever picked up in 6 minutes.
Hell yeah. That was that sister to Patrick's Homer you beat in 6 minutes up there at Ricky Jones's house.
Yeah.
Sure did. Motherfuckers.
Any question?
Yeah, damn. I hated that. And then, it was good for you, boy. I should have no, I did the right.
I tried to tell you, crazy ass.
I know.
I said, man, what you doing? I'm playing that goddamn dog right.
I wasn't giving up no 2 pounds to them motherfuckers. Fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, I know.
I
know they was over.
I couldn't give them 2 pounds, man. And then she won 8 weeks later. We beat old Larry Combs 8 weeks later. So I did it right. Yeah, I did it right. But damn, that would have been some easy money. Damn it.
Hey, so what's the other question now?
All right, let's see here. Let me back this up here. Young Prince asked a question. Bonafide, I want to know, let's see what kibble. Other than your own top 3 dogs you saw in action. The top 3 dogs other than your own. What's the top 3 dogs you've seen in action? Those are always tough questions, man.
Huh?
I said those are always hard questions to answer, man.
Well, see, that's why I say it's a lot of great dogs. You know what I mean? It's a lot of great dogs. But I do have a few. One that I never forget is Grand Champion Zink against Samson.
Oh yeah.
And even though Samson won, I felt like Zink was the better dog, because as he was going down, and what I mean by going down, he was getting weaker as time went on, but he showed more mouth than Samson, and Samson was the top dog. And so I asked Ken to pick Zink up. Let's come back. Give me a chance to work him if he would, and let's come back and we get Samson for double the money. And Ken was like, "Who the hell are you?" Hello. Anyway, Ken's crazy, man. But anyway, so
Oh yeah.
You remember we was up there, and it was a white guy. He kind of had like a little bald spot in the center of his head, little piece of his hair up there, almost like JR.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he had a brindle bitch, and he said the bitch done killed about 6, 7 dogs. Do you remember that? You know what I'm talking about? The guy.
I remember him, but I don't remember who he was.
Okay, well, anyway, he came to me after I won mine. He was like, he said, yo, he said, you want to make some more money? I'm like, well, what I gotta do? He said, bet on this bitch right here. She done got them killed about 5 or 6 dogs. I'm like, what? He said, yeah. He said, if you want to make some more money, bet on my dog. So I said, hey Ricky, I got $5 on I got $5 on this bitch right here. God damn, it was less than 10 minutes. That bitch killed that dog. I mean, that bitch, damn. I'm talking about 5 minutes, that motherfucker was laid out dead.
Damn.
And so that was you remember, Bill, when you
oh yeah,
all the ones that lost was a pile of them motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, that shit was brutal, man.
Let's see who else. And I seen Tornado go. And the first time I seen her go, Bill and me and somebody else, you know, we rode down there in the ice. You remember that?
With Tom Garner.
You know, we rode down there in the ice.
Yep. And, we fucked with him all the way down there too. I remember that shit.
He was like, yeah, this.
It was his bitch. It was his bitch off of Spike, remember? Dr. Doolittle conditioned her.
Yeah. But no, the guy named Raheem from the military guy. He unconditioned though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. You remember that? The guy, he said, I'm in the military, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I said, release. Let it cut Tornado loose. Tornado hit that bitch in the chest. It looked like somebody shot blood all the way across the goddamn room. God damn. That motherfucker was bleeding, man. I swear to God, I ain't never seen a dog bleed like that. That motherfucker was bleeding so bad, man. It looked like that mother had a running faucet of blood. And you remember it was over in 12 minutes. 12 minutes.
I remember Garner telling that dude to pick her up. Pick her up. Pick her up. Pick her up.
I said, good God Almighty. I said, damn, that bitch can bite. Bullshit, man. But what inspired me to want to get on Tornado was she was great. But what Sadie proved to me that pressure would make Tornado think about it. And so that's what Sadie did. Sadie showed me that if, you know, we put Stone on her, Stone ain't gonna let up. You know, Stone gonna just keep going to all them soft spots. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're fast with that shit. You know what I mean? I mean, fast, grease lightning fast with that shit. Controlling your ass, beating your ass down. So I figured after I did Sadie on Tornado, I said, shit, I can whoop. I said, because Sadie had a running. You remember, if Sadie had to grab that bitch, she'd have jumped the pit. You remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what made me know that Lady Stone whooped her, because the speed, the pace was going to be there. And that was something that Tornado didn't like. She didn't like that fast pace and pressure on her. She'd go to turning and doing all kind of funny shit. And but if you got them give your chest up, so she going up in there now.
Yeah,
She gonna go deep. She get up in that motherfucker. She going deep.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that was three of the dogs that wasn't mine that I thought that was special, man. I liked them dogs. Even though Zink lost, I still had a love for Zink. I will always love Zink. I would never forget that dog, man. That dog, he showed true grit. He took his death, and I'm talking about all the way to the end. He never turned. He never whimpered. He never bitched out. He didn't do none of that. He straight took his death, man. And so, that right. Yeah.
I said, damn right. I'm gonna pull his pedigree up. That Zink dog. I'm gonna pull his.
Yeah, man. And believe it or not, he came from old man Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So he was a Carolina bred bulldog. So I'm telling you, that was a bad motherfucker right there. And he had mouth. A red bulldog with mouth. Ken just had him fucked up that night, man. He was fucked up, man. He was so weak. He started out trying to do all he could, and he just got weaker as it grew. And with Ricky, man, you can't come in there with no goddamn weak dog. That's how Ricky got there, had them motherfuckers looking like goddamn supercharged turbo shit. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what Ken told me about that deal is that that somebody fed that dog some poison. That when they were walking that dog out, that dog ate some poison that was on the ground, and they found out later on that dog had been poisoned.
I don't believe that.
I mean, I'm just telling you what Kenny.
Yeah, I know what yeah. See, like that's what I'm saying, man. They were two great dogs. They went for it. One was weak, man. I'm telling you, I was there. I seen it from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
And Zink was doing all he could, but he just got weaker and weaker.
Yeah.
Ken could have stopped it before it got to where there wasn't no return. He couldn't return. He was just too far gone. All he had to do was stop it. I told him. I said, man, stop this shit. Let's come back. You got the better dog. He just ain't got the power. You weak. He trying to stay up on his feet and Samson just push him over and go on his back end, just push him over, go on his shirt. You know what I mean? He couldn't keep the dog off of it.
Yeah.
And that's what got him, man. I was there, man. I watched the whole damn thing. Matter of fact, I was trying to encourage her. But now I bet on Samson now. I ain't gonna lie to you, because when I looked at Ken dog, I said, that mother dry as a motherfucker. Hey, when I looked at Samson, I said, man, that motherfucker look like the border health, boy. I'm telling you. And so I bet on Samson. You know what I mean? Ricky had his shit feeling good. And goddamn Samson, Zink, he tried, man. He tried. He gave it his all, man. But he wasn't strong, man. He couldn't go toe to toe with Samson. He tried, but Samson was just too much. It was just too much, man. But any other questions?
Look here. Nice bloodline. Hey, Bill, did Lady Stone's pup bred to a Bolero pup? Hey, Bill, did Stone pup breed to a Bolero pup? No, we never bred any of the blood together.
We never did that, but we should have, because with that Bolero, that was one of Bolero's strong points, because her mouth, and she goddamn break your ass down. You know what I mean?
Now you had some sons. You had a son of Bolero. You had that male off of Panther and Bolero, that hungry dog. Remember him?
Which one?
Remember Hungry out of Panther and Bolero? You remember him? That black male you had?
Oh yeah, the black motherfucker.
Yeah. Name was Hungry. That was his name. Hungry.
I named him Hungry after the first Hungry I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little black one. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, that was out of Panther and Bolero. That was the only male in the litter. Oh, but hang on. See, y'all got any other questions? Come on, Vic. I know you got some questions. There's a little bit of drag on here. Oh, when you're running a big yard, when you were running your big yard, how'd you get rid of your dog shit? Did you?
Well, go ahead, Bill. And then
No, me, man. Shit, I just piled it up on the yard, man. And sprayed on fly killer on it. I never got rid of my dog shit. I didn't give a damn. What about you?
Well, when I first started going over to Butch's house, and his grass looked like the PGA golf course. I mean, pretty silky looking grass. I'm like, man. I said, what you use on your yard, man? What you use? He said, dog shit. I said, dog shit? I said, are you serious? He said, yeah. I said, come on back here. Let me show you what I do. Butch would shovel his dog shit up, put it in a dog food bag, an empty dog food bag, and then at some point, he'd take the dog shit and spread it out in the yard and get a water hose and break it up into the grass. And man, I'm talking about, man, that man grass looks so pretty and clean. Man, that was some pretty shit, man. So he used dog shit on his grass.
Hey,
so what I would do,
no, go ahead.
Then I would spread it out through the yard and let it. It's like fertilizer. That's all it was.
Damn right. Oh, Joe Woodall says, "What's up?" You know Joe. It's got the
yeah, Joe Woodall.
Yeah.
Is that the guy? Now I want to make sure I'm clear. Is that the guy that we put bruise on?
It's from Georgia.
Oh, Joe Woodall.
Yeah, Joe Woodall. Nah, this is a different guy. He's the one that's got them weirdo dogs.
Yeah, weirdos. Okay, yeah, that's the cheap stuff, right?
Yeah, Jeep stuff.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I like this stuff.
I think it's a weirdo stuff.
Brother Woodall, I said hello, man, and keep up the good work he's doing, man. You know, sometimes you get confused with some of the names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The different people, you know, and I do get confused. I done got a little older now.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, Brother Woodall, keep doing what you're doing, man. I've been from a distance, you know, like seeing your work and hearing your work, man, and it's just a
Weird
pleasure
Jack.
to know you.
Yeah, Weird Jack. Yeah. Weird Jack. Yeah, Weird Jack. That's the dog. Weird Jack.
Yeah, the Weird Jack dogs. Yeah.
Weird Jack.
Weird Jack.
Yeah, that's it. You know, he's got basically the best of what was left of the Crenshaw dogs, you know, coming down off of the blackjack dogs.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, he's breeding a bunch of that. So, but let's see here. If you could bring 3 dogs back, who would they be?
Bill, go ahead. You start first.
Oh, me? Shit, man. I'm good with what I got. That's what I tell them. I'm good with what I got. I'm all right. But I mean, if I could bring 3 dogs back, I don't know, man. That's a tough question right there. I mean, I'd bring back. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, fuck. You know, you'd sit there and say you'd want to bring back dogs that belong to other people, like famous dogs, and but really, you don't even know how the dogs are really bred. So, so me, I'd want to bring back dogs that I had, and but really, you know, the stuff I got's bred out of them dogs. So I mean, I'm good. What about you? What 3 would you want?
If I had an opportunity to bring back some dogs, I probably would just go back to the old stuff, you know, the same stuff I got, but you know, like when I made that cross with the Medlin's Outlaw Red Boy cross to the Jeep dog, and then I made the cross with that stuff to the Lady Stone stuff, and I would love to bring back Big Stone, Lady Stone,
Hell yeah,
and Nimrod. Yeah, Nimrod. You know, them dogs there, they could bite. You know, and them dogs will hurt you. You know, so you know, but you know, and it ain't got nothing to do with me trying to play favoritism. It's just everything to do with what I seen out of them. And then I know there's a whole lot of other dogs that have achieved as well, and maybe even more. But you know, I'm just speaking on what I seen. You know, what I had. Yeah.
Yeah, you met
Another
him.
question?
Yeah, you met Joe with Bruiser. You met Joe with Bruiser. That was yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, this guy told me, if I'm not mistaken, that his dog got on Bruiser head and curved Bruiser out. That ain't how that shit went.
How'd that go when you and Bruiser went?
Man, Bruiser whooped the shit out that dog. Had that dog snapping and growling and turning and every fucking thing. But the dog was snapping him in the face. And I'm talking about, man, when I scratched Bruiser hit that motherfucker so hard, damn near knocked him through the wall. But Bruiser did stop. He was a 4-time winner going for a grand championship. And he dropped, you know, everything he was in front of him. But on this dog, because he was snapping in his face, you know how when a dog goes snapping in his face,
yeah.
the dog kind of turned his,
Oh yeah, I know exactly what
you know. The dog kind of turned his head, and I was like, oh shit! And man, he stood on all fours, man. And, but he whooped the shit out of Joe Woodall dog.
Yeah,
you know, and but he won because his dog did scratch, and but Bruiser had him balled up like a bumblebee, and so I think Woodall thought he had a sweet thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we got them come back, and we brought Ajax.
Oh shit!
This time, hey, look at it. This time we come back with a motherfucker that was smart and had mouth, a red boy dog that had mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How'd that go?
And they picked their dog up.
Oh hell! Joe picked his dog up.
Yeah.
The same dog.
Yeah, they had to. They had to because they had. And the man, he just would have killed him.
Yeah. Old Woodall's saying it's all bullshit. He's saying you full of shit.
Okay, well that's okay. We know who won. Ajax won the money.
Hell yeah, damn right.
You know what I'm saying? He won the money, and goddamn it, I didn't stop it. They the one stopped it. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
So yeah. But I did lose with Bruiser. He won 4, and he did stand the line. And but you know, when we came back with Ajax, man, Ajax blistered that motherfucker, man. I mean, he was biting that motherfucker. I'm talking about, man, he was breaking that son bitch up. And so they decided to pick him up. You know. And they saved the good dog. He was a good dog. The dog that they had. But Ajax was just too much for him. Just too much for him.
Hell yeah. Hey man, we're having we're having a luau in May next year. You gonna come, ain't you?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, he gonna be there, y'all. Somebody's asking if you're coming to the luau. And he gonna be there. He'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Let's see.
Listen, man, my heart will always be with these Bulldogs, man. I love it, man. Bill, you know that, man. I love this shit, man. So
hey, did you know a dog man out of Charlotte named Oscar Sanders?
Oscar Sanders?
Yeah. Somebody's asking.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I never heard of him.
No.
I knew some dog men out of Gastonia. Old Willie Nelson and what was his name? Wayne Pagan. Remember old Wayne Pagan?
Yeah.
Remember all them boys?
Say, hey man, we brought our trucks and cars want to goddamn say, man, take that shit back home. Ain't nobody want no trucks and cars. We just want some money.
Oh man.
We got the car titles. We got the titles right here. We got the titles right here. Man, y'all go ahead and take them things back home. Got enough junk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about so you got any more questions?
Y'all got any more questions? One guy's asking how you got into the dog. Did you actually get into them? Where'd you actually find?
I had a German Shepherd, right? And so back in my day, German Shepherd was king, and a buddy of mine had a pit bull mixed with Labrador Retriever. So we put the German Shepherd on the pit bull mixed with Labrador Retriever.
I'm here. Go get something to drink.
Yeah, and that son just made that German Shepherd. That motherfucker left my ass, man. I was trying to catch him. The dog was running out. So I couldn't catch him. And so I was like, damn, man. I done lost my damn German Shepherd. It's like a half-breed or whooped his ass. I said, man, fuck it, man. And so I rode around about 2 more hours, trying to find my German Shepherd. He was my god dog, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I said, damn. I said, man, this motherfucker gone, man. He done left my ass, right? Man, I get home. Guess what that motherfucker was?
At your house.
Sitting on the front porch.
He was waiting for some food, man.
I was so happy to see that motherfucker. I was glad to see that motherfucker. Boy, that was my first experience. It wasn't a full-blooded pit, but it was a Labrador Retriever mixed with pit.
Yeah.
But that was my experience of what a pig could do. You know what I mean? That son is goddamn locked on that goddamn German Shepherd. That German Shepherd with the $1. Like $4. And when he got loose out of my brother, that motherfucker took out running. I was calling, Brother, come here. That motherfucker said, look like Usain Bolt going across their ears. Oh, boy. That was funny, man.
Damn.
That was my first experience, and I said, from then on, I gotta get me some pit bulls. Goddamn German Shepherd ain't getting it. But, yeah. So, you got another question?
Let's see here. You got any more questions, y'all? Let's see here. Do you? No, he ain't got no Tyrone stuff. He's asking if you had any Tyrone stuff. You feed
No, I don't have no Tyrone dogs right now, but I'm going to have access to some.
Yeah, me too, man.
If some of you guys might be interested in getting some, just let me know, and we can make sure, if we can, talk to Bark and see, what he'll say about it, I mean, because I think he kind of don't want him going anywhere. He want him to go to people that's going to really take care of him,
right.
and do right now. And that's understandable, you know what I mean? So, and so, Tyrone was a damn good dog. Matter of fact, he was one of the ones that, I felt like he could be in the top 10, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
One of the greats, you know what I mean? Does, even when he was down and out sick, he still kill you, I mean, so he had a special place, man, in everybody's hearts. And that, if you seen him, you be bully you, just break your ass up,
Joe Woodall says, he says, I never met Ajax. He says he never met Ajax. He only went into you one time. I'm just telling you what he's saying.
Okay, well, maybe it was some people saying that there was a weird. I just know that they came and they said that we was a sweet thing, and I agreed. And goddamn it, Ajax did that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask Raheem. Let's see, Rodney the one weird Jack dog. That's what they've been telling me for years.
Well, nobody down there. You know how it is in Georgia, man. They change the names of dogs, and they change the breedings, and they change the ownership when they lose. So, you know how they do down there in Georgia. That's how Crenshaw trained all them boys, man.
Well, see, one thing about me, Bill, is win, lose, draw, pick up. I can do either one.
Yep.
I can do either one. It don't matter. You know me, Bill. You done see me goddamn drop it, and goddamn we laugh, shake hands, and goddamn let's go do it again.
Just like old Scarface Al. When Scarface Al, remember when Bo beat Brute, and they changed his name halfway through the deal? Oh, that's Scarface Al. That's Scarface Al.
Oh yeah, man. So it's all good, man. We didn't know.
Or Crenshaw tried to collect a forfeit on you because we didn't bring Bronson, that we brought John Wayne instead. We owed him a forfeit.
Yeah. Talking about gave him a forfeit because we didn't bring him Bronson.
Motherfucker, we got 42 pounds of bulldog here. Go whoop your ass. You better shut the fuck up.
Oh, that shit was funny, man.
He better be glad.
In the hotel.
Yeah, man.
He was in there talking all that shit and just rapping and raving. I was like, damn, man, this dude, damn, he was just going off on us, man. I said, look, man, you just make sure you be ready tomorrow night, because we're going to bust your ass.
I was just sitting there thinking, why don't you just eat an egg roll and shut the fuck up?
Goddamn,
remember all that Chinese food we had laid out? There was all that Chinese, man. There was like a fucking buffet laid out, man.
It was, man, we had fun that night too, man. I mean, everybody thought we was gonna lose. The great animal was gonna kill us.
Remember, I was going in and out of the window with the dog. I wouldn't go out the door. I was going out the window.
Yeah. Cause we was in the hotel. Yeah. You were going out the window.
I was going out the window, man.
Well, we done did some crazy shit.
Hell yeah, man. That shit was fun, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man. There was some good times, good days, man. And any other questions?
Any more questions? Does Rastaman travel? Do you travel anymore nowadays? Do you travel anymore? You doing any traveling? You get out around? I think you're about to get invited to Oklahoma is what it is. Greg P's on here, man. He's a big grower from Oklahoma. And oh man, he got the setup now. This motherfucker growing hundreds and hundreds of plants. And
What?
yeah, big old pot grower from Oklahoma.
But goddamn, Bill, we need to go out there and just sit and talk about dogs.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. And he's
Yeah,
going.
let's go out there, man, and just smoke up that shit, man. Smoke it up.
Let's go. Let's go visit him, man. It ain't that far. Of course, of course, you can come up here to my house and smoke it up, man. I got plenty, man. I'm in Virginia. So,
I know. I know. Hey, ask him, do they have the yellow watermelon?
Do y'all have yellow watermelon, Greg? Weed? Does anybody have the type of weed called yellow watermelon?
No. I'm talking about yellow watermelons for real.
Oh, real yellow watermelons?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Anybody got yellow watermelons? I'll find out. I thought that was a strain of pot.
I used to buy. You remember when I used to do my festival?
Yeah.
I had a guy that used to meet me from Oklahoma and Dallas, and I would meet him in Dallas at the watermelons I would have.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting them from. I was getting them from a guy in Oklahoma.
Hell yeah.
Did he answer? Did he say they have yellow watermelons?
Nah, ain't nobody saying they got any yellow watermelons.
Okay.
One's growing Texas seedless watermelons, but nobody got any yellow watermelons.
Yeah, man, I love them yellow watermelons. Them damn things good, man. Sweet, just like the real ones.
It sounded like a strain of weed, man. I'm gonna smoke me some.
Look, all the different names they call it shit now, it might have some yellow watermelon weed. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man. I'm smoking some shit right now called lemon pie. That's what I'm smoking. Lemon pie, man.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Oh man. Yeah, we got to get together and have dinner, man.
Yeah, we got to do that, man. We ain't did that shit in a long time, man. We got to do that. We need to do that, and just talk and reminisce a little bit.
That's right.
You know.
Hell, I'll drive down to Greensboro, man. I'll come down there and go to dinner with you. Just tell me when.
Yeah. Come on, man. Just call me when you're coming, man, and we'll go. Goddamn, we'll go somewhere.
Yeah. Greg P says he'll grow some for you next year. He'll grow some yellow watermelons for you. He got a big old farm. He got like 20 acres. He said he's gonna grow some yellow watermelons for you.
Who?
Greg P, my friend, the grower out there in Oklahoma.
Man, tell him we gonna come out there too, man. He a friend of yours, man?
Oh yeah, man, that's my homie, man.
Okay, he cool.
Oh
okay,
yeah.
Shit, I'm here. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's go out there, man.
All right.
It's all good.
All right, we're coming to see you, Greg. We're gonna make us a road trip, man. We're gonna make us a road trip. I need to go on a road trip with Boone.
Yeah, we can laugh and talk shit and goddamn it, and just have a damn blast.
Yeah, we might even bring a dog out there with us.
Hey, man, that sounds even better.
Yeah, take a dog with us.
Maybe we'll go pay. Hey, look here, maybe we'll go pay Joe Woodall a visit before we get there.
Uh-oh.
Seems like his memory ain't too good. We can help him out a little bit.
It's working fine for him.
Hey Joe, don't take nothing personal, man. We just bullshit.
Yeah, he's just getting processed. It's his turn. It's your turn, motherfucker.
That wasn't me.
This is somebody else.
That was somebody else. I don't even know who you're talking about.
Let's see here. We got Bulldogs. Bill, scroll back to Joe Woodall's text. Hang on. Let me look here. It says scroll back to Joe Woodall's text. James was going to make Brute a 4-time winner without using Brute. James sent Greg terms to the Tim Zen Kennels and stole all that's who James brought. Tim beat James with Al. That's how James knew him. I don't understand what he's talking about.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to read it. Let's see here. Let me read it again. He said James was going to make Brute a 4-time winner without using Brute. James sent Greg Hermes to Tim Zen's Kennels and stole at that who James brought Tim. I think basically what he's saying is that Crenshaw used a different dog instead of Brute, and then was going to make Brute a 4-time winner by using a different dog or whatever it was, you know.
Oh, James brought what was the dog name?
Scarface Al.
Bama. Yeah, Bama. You remember?
Oh yeah. Say about all that stuff. It was him standing there with the bulldog, you know. And oh, Joe Woodall said nothing but love for Boone.
Damn, I got love for him too, man.
Yeah, he got love for you too, man.
Yeah, I got love for him too. You know, see, we all get it twisted, and they think fraternity brothers supposed to. We that motherfucker that you want to meet. We that motherfucker you want to see. That brother. You got to be energized, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, so that's how I look at it now. You know, maybe everybody else see it different, but I just think, you know, when you compete on a high level, you want to compete against the motherfucker that feel like he good enough to goddamn be the best, or you know, and you know, and that's the way it is, man. That's where we want to be. You know, that's the way we want to do things. You know what I mean? Just, you know, compete on the highest level. Go find the baddest motherfucker you got. You know what I mean? And let's do it. See what happens. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it goes. But anyway, any more questions?
Any more questions? No, I ain't got no more questions. Rack City and Beckham County. No, I think that's it.
Okay. Well, then, Bill, I think we done had a nice night entertaining the brothers. And I just hope all is well for all my certain brothers.
The best part about tonight is that you doing good. That you are doing good, man. And then that's it, man. You've been strong all the way through this, and just normal Boone, and feeling good and acting good and sounding good. And man, that's the best part about tonight. And I really appreciate your time and effort.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I just, you know me. I've always been behind the scenes, but you know, we never got into the game for no exposure or for no awards or none of that. We love the game because we love the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
And we learn to be able to appreciate our frat brothers, you know, as we enjoy loving the game. You know, you got to be able to love your brothers because those are the ones you're going to compete against.
That's
and,
right.
You know, and you know, like, you remember Jackie Potter? Is he still living, Bill?
No, he passed away, man. He passed away, man. But boy, that was a good dude right there, man.
Man, he passed away too.
Yeah, Jackie Potter passed away. Now his son's still alive. His son's still alive.
His son,
yeah.
How's his son doing?
I guess he's doing okay. I saw him at Lester's funeral, and
okay.
Yeah, and he was doing okay. But Jack, yeah, he was doing all right.
I remember we went up there, and he said, "Boom, we're gonna bite your dog down in about 5 minutes, and your dog gonna quit." And so Mr. Willie was sitting there, and Mr. Willie said, "Yeah." He said, yeah. He said, how that dog bred? Mr. Willie said, well, she's a red bulldog. He said, red bulldogs ain't no good. They ain't shit. They ain't no good. I wouldn't even have no red bulldog. So Mr. Willie said, yeah. So Jackie said, my wife cooked some cornbread and some chili beans, and y'all welcome to it. Y'all welcome to it. Eat all you want. Eat all you want. Say, yeah. Okay, so we go to the house, man. His wife fixes the chili beans and the cornbread, and we was eating and stuff. And then he come over there. All right, that's enough. Y'all done ate enough. y'all, it's time we get ready to do a thing now. Come on, let's go. We get ready to drop these dogs. You know what I mean? We dropped the dogs and put drill bit on them. And man, drill bit put that bitch down. I mean, broke that bitch in two. Right? And so I said, hey, Jackie. I said, can I get some of them beans before we... Ain't no goddamn beans. Whoa. Oh, my God, man. I said, goddamn, man. Man, the motherfucker. Ain't no more goddamn beans. Ain't no beans left. Y'all gotta go. Gotta get the hell out of here. Oh, boy, we laughed coming down that damn mountain, boy. We laughed our ass out, man. We done got all the money, and he let us eat some of the beans, but he wouldn't let us finish them.
No to go order.
No, we couldn't get a plate to go, man. I was trying to get some beans to go, man. Ain't no goddamn more beans. Get the hell out of here. Oh, so
Yellow.
fellas, we gonna call it a quit, I guess.
Okay. Yellow crimson watermelon. That's what he's gonna grow. Yellow crimson watermelon. That's what they're called.
Man, I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
You done got your order in, man. He gonna grow them. You got your farm. You got your order in, man. Out there in Oklahoma, we'll take a truck out there and pick a truckload of them fuckers up.
Yeah, or either we just go out there and maybe rent a truck and bring it back, or either
we'll figure it out.
Man. No, I can haul it. I got something to haul it with.
There you go.
I can haul it with my own truck.
There you go.
Yeah. But okay, let's go ahead and close out, Bill.
All right.
I appreciate you, man. And,
yeah, man, it's a pleasure. And you want to give one more pop for the thing this weekend?
Yeah. Listen, fellas. I want to tell y'all fellas something. Listen, man. A lot of people say a lot of things about a lot of different people, but I want to say this. I've known Bill and Tom over the years for a long time, and both of them are pretty good guys. You know what I mean? Now, they both have their own way, and, sometimes people find things to differ with either one of them about. But I'm going to tell you this here. This Bulldog here, family reunion, picking, man, it's different, man. It's like the changing of, we was more like outlaws, like, like renegades, when we started back in the 80s, you know what I mean? And so this here is more like a little sophisticated, you know what I mean? Like, you bring your kids, ain't gonna be no cussing, ain't gonna be no arguing, ain't gonna be no foolishness, you know what I mean? And you get to eat good, you know what I mean? You can go stand in line many times you want to get food. And it's gonna be food. Paul Harden does the bacon cake, pies, honey bun. Oh my God, cinnamon rolls. Oh man, you name it, it's gonna be there. And then all the drinks. It don't be no alcohol. Tom don't provide no alcohol, which I think is a good thing. We just you can eat and drink what's there. And then, your ribbons, your trophies, your Jesse say will be hosting the event with APDR. I won't be on the mic this year because, I'm just, I can't stay on my feet too long, and I'm really in recovery. So I'm, but anyway, the show's still gonna go on, and guys gonna do a good job of communicating and advocating for oneness and advocating for the bulldog life. You know what I mean? That this breed of dogs will be here for the next 200-300 years. It's just gonna be unbelievable. And then too, like if you're looking for chains, collars, and all kind of hardware and stuff for the dogs, and books and paraphernalia, whatever concerning the dogs, it'll be there. And then you'll meet different people, and not only that, this is like one of the best parts of it, is being able to see other people's dogs in shape. Man, ain't nothing like, just looking at a dog and being able to see, you can't really say what it is when they ain't giving no performance or what have you. But when they running around that ring and they doing different things, then you can just about tell who's the fit of the fittest. And so you get to enjoy all this, and then you get to meet different people. And don't forget now, bring your money. Tom, I'm gonna sell you a dog for a good price. You know that.
He hook you right on up, man.
Hey, look here. Hey, Tom will sell you a damn good dog for a good damn price. And if you want a good dog, come on to the Carolinas and enjoy yourself. Take your hat off, kick your feet up, and enjoy the festivities. It's gonna be all shooting the breeze, and all that stuff, man. So, damn, thank you for that plug, man. I mean,
You're welcome.
all of the big picture. It's gonna be this Saturday. Register your dogs. I think between 9 and 10, or it's either between 9 and 10 or 10 and 11. But if I was you, if you're gonna come, I would register some dogs to show. I would get there early so that you could go and get your registration out the way, unless you have registered your dog online. So go ahead and do what you got to do, and get there and bring your family. You can bring your kids, your wife, your girlfriend, and some of your friends that just want to be around the bulldogs. You can bring them, and man, and then you probably I know sometimes they go out to a restaurant that night or the next day, or they do different things, and but if I show up, I'll just be there for the day, and then I'll head on back home because I'm still in the healing process, so I can't do a whole lot of moving around and running around, so I got to kind of stay stable. But and I appreciate all the get wells thoughts, and I even appreciate y'all brothers even inquiring about me or even asking about me, because I ain't got no madness in my heart towards nobody, man. It's just sometimes some things happen beyond your control, but at the same time you just want to make sure you keep trying to do the right thing and move forward. So that's where we at. We're moving forward, and the best of the best is in the Carolinas. Come and enjoy yourself. And then, Bill, you calling your event? What you call your event, Bill?
The Luau.
Okay, the Luau. That's gonna be next year.
It's gonna be next year in Virginia Beach area. I'm still looking for a location.
Oh, in Virginia Beach. I like that. Well, we're gonna get to see some bathing suits.
Oh man,
what you doing? Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be doing the summer or the winter.
It's gonna be in May. I'm hoping the weekend after Father's Day, or it might be Father's Day weekend. I might do it Father's Day weekend. I mean, don't nobody give a shit about Father's Day anyhow, you know.
Yeah. So is it is you gonna consummation and all that too?
Nah, no dogs, man. We're just gonna get a couple hotels. We're just gonna get a couple hotels, and we're gonna set up some seminars. Like we're gonna sit around and talk dogs and drink and smoke and find chicks and fuck and party, and we're gonna it's gonna be a fucking good time.
Yeah, just have a good time. Yeah,
Just, yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. I can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, man, y'all guys, man, keep following Bill, because he's one of a kind, and I would hate to see him go at any time, man, because we know we'll miss a hell of a character. You know what I mean?
Shit, I'm planning on sticking around a while, man. Yeah.
Hey, man, Bill got some high. Bill got some goddamn high, and that motherfucker was watching him. I said, hey, don't let him go nowhere. Now keep his hands right there. Don't let that motherfucker go nowhere. He fucked up. But yeah. Okay, bro. So we through now?
Yeah, man. That sounds good.
Okay, we'll do it again, man. I look forward to coming back again.
All right,
maybe
bro.
We'll come back.
I'll come down. I'll come down and see you, and we'll do it live in person, man, with both of us on camera.
Okay, well, that'll be fine. But let's do it after the pig picture, so we can talk about how everything went.
Okay, that sounds good, man. That sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
All right, bro.
Okay,
All right.
All right, be good.
All right, man. Love you. Take care.
And y'all guys out there in the world too. Y'all be good.
All right, man. All right. Bye-bye. All right, man. How about that? That was a good conversation right there now. That's my homeboy. Love me some Rastaman. So he's doing good, man. He's doing real good. Let's see here. Go ahead and take these pictures down. And we'll move along here. Oh yeah, man. That sounds good. I got you hooked up with Rastaman. You need to give him a call sometime, Greg. I'll get you his phone number. Now look, talking about dog shows. Talking about dog shows, don't forget, got this dog show coming up in Athens, Tennessee, here just in 2 weeks. Bolero. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, man. Bolero. Cool, man. I hope he has a good time. I hope everybody has a good time, man. Okay. You was having technical difficulties. Who's SOB? Oh, well. Oh, man, that was a bulldog right there. Damn right we have an ostrich. A whole damn ostrich. And we're going to stuff something in it, too. We're going to put something inside it. I don't know what we're going to stuff in it, but we're going to put something in it to make it an ostrich turkey chicken. Take an ostrich, stuff a turkey in it, and then put a chicken in the turkey. Stuff all that in there. Stuff a chicken in the turkey, and then put the turkey in the ostrich. And then cook that ostrich. Emu would work too. Emu would work. Yeah, emu would work. We can eat an emu. Emu would work fine. I'll eat an emu. It sounds delicious. I want a wing. I just want to eat a wing off that sucker, man. Yeah, we'll put a duck in there too. We'll put a couple ducks in there. Yeah, like a turducken. And we load that thing up. We'll put a little pig in there. We'll put a small pig in there. And then put a turkey in the pig. And then put a duck in the pig. In the turkey. And have it a ostrich pig turducken. Hog ducken. Hog turducken. Oh yeah, that sounds good, man. Fucking alligator stuffed inside a porcupine. Bolero. Yeah, stuff all kinds of cool meat in there. Now stuffing it full of alligator sounds good. Yeah, I don't want no possum, but I'll eat some possum. You cook it right. Yeah, man, give me some possum meat. I eat some possum if you cook it right. Cook it on the grill that shit. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've eaten some rattlesnake. 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 It tastes like that stuff we used to eat in high school. What was that stuff we used to eat in high school? What was that stuff we used to eat in high school? Oh, I hear you. I hear you, Hamza. I'm just trying to be polite to the fraternity. You know, um, I that's all that's about. But I understand. You damn right, historian. That's what we ate in high school. Pussy. Pussy, boys, pussy. They said pussy when we was in high school. That's what it tastes like. Oh, I agree. No, that's not my registry. That's the people that are putting on the dog show this weekend. No, I register with Bonafide Kennel Club. I register with BFKC. But those are the people that are putting the dog show on this weekend in North Carolina. And you know, I, I I can't fault the 500 people or what 800 people or whatever it is, 1,000 people that go this weekend to that event and intermingle with each other, and enjoy their dogs, um, because of who's putting the fucking thing on, you know. So I just can't fault them for that. So it's not their fault. Well, Judy sure is putting the papers out. I registered some dogs with her last week, and she shot them papers straight back to me, and she sent me back Donald's pedigree. Got Donald registered. Um, yeah, big old Luke. Well, like I said, this other dog show's coming up in Athens, Georgia. Oh, sure, Combine. Here's my email. Carl Mims has always run it. He created it and has always run it. I couldn't agree. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I could have talked to him all night. Let's see what else I got for tonight. I think that's pretty much all I got for tonight, guys. If you got any questions for me, hell yeah, man. A quail into the chicken, and then an egg into the quail. Put an egg in that quail. Stick a boiled egg inside that quail. Oh, well, that's where I live, Hamza. I live on the mountain, man. Turkey Cock Mountain, baby. You know, some people settle for a hill, others are up on the mountain. Best male and female I ever saw. Well, female is the same as what Rastaman said would be Tornado. I mean, Tornado was the best bitch I ever saw. And the best male I ever saw was Grand Champion Bo. Uh, never turned, never made a bad move. I mean, nothing. Just fucking like a chainsaw, man. I mean, he was incredible. Um, just a machine. One of the best dogs I've ever seen. Oh, but but yeah, I'd have to say Grand Champion Bo would be the best male, and Allen's Tornado is the best female. Denny's Bo, for those that are keeping count, because there's a lot of dogs named Bo. But Denny and the Dixieline Connections Bo. Bo. No. Brute. 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 It was John Wayne that got Bama. Sim Miller, what's going on, man? Yeah, it was John Wayne that got Bama. And it was Brute that got whatever it was. It was not Brute, but Bo that got whatever the other dog was. Yeah, or whatever he was. Crenshaw was 44 that day. I don't know what he was. Brutus, Brute, Scarface Al. Who knows? They had like 5 names for him. They wouldn't even let me come to the match. Yeah, did you know that? I wasn't even allowed to go to the match because where the match was at, the last time I matched a dog there, I got kind of shitty. And dude that owned the place said I couldn't come back. George Long. But that's okay. I didn't have to be there. Yeah, it was at George Long's house. Because, see, I had matched Bo's brother there, I don't know, 6 months earlier into Brote's Rowdy, dog off of Ninja and Miss Rowdy. And he was a 2-time winner going for his championship. And I beat him in an hour and 35 minutes up there. But see, when I got there, it was supposed to have been 5 to a side, and they got like 100 fucking people there. And I tried to collect a forfeit, and I kind of was a dick about it all night because they owed me a forfeit. It was supposed to have been 5 to a side, but they blamed it on George Long. They said that the crowd was George Long's people, not theirs. They had their 5. And so I talked a bunch of shit to George Long about having all that crowd there and that he owed me money. And I got banned from going back. I didn't give a fuck. The pit was crooked anyhow. Any of y'all that ever been there, the damn pit's crooked. If you didn't wash first, you were scratching uphill all night. Fucking crooked ass pit. No self-respecting dog man would go to that shithole twice anyhow. Fucking had a concession stand set up, selling fucking food and shit at my damn match. Shit, that money's mine. Fucking shithole's what it was. It was a shithole. Yeah, fuck them, man. Shit. I took that money. I took that money. And to tell you the truth, I could have won with either dog. That motherfucker couldn't handle to save his life. Hell, I don't know. I got there. I got there, man. I walked out ready to go. They were pissed about that. Well, don't you want to walk your dog out? I'm like, no, I don't walk my dog out. I'm ready to wash him away. We don't need to walk out. Don't need no walkout, brother. I don't walk my shit. You walking my dog here. All right, John. We'll see you later. Take it easy, Big Daddy. Go get him. Yeah, I don't need no walkout. Damn right, man. Said we'd walked out just down the road. We were ready to roll. Don't need no walkout. I always like to wash first. And it was hot that day. What other books? I don't really have nothing right now. Hell, I don't know who he's off of. He was game. I've got I got the book of game dogs. Hang on a second here. I got the book of game dogs, which this is my favorite book. I don't know if you have this book. Um, it contains stories on, do this without messing the book up, on all these dogs. You see that list? All right. And then I turn the page. You see that list? And it's loaded, man. It's loaded. It's a great book. All it is dog stories. Um, it's the best book I got. Um, oh yeah, Broke was a weirdo, man. He was a strange guy. He sure didn't take losing very well. No, he wasn't a good loser. He was actually a sore loser, man. He had made some side bets. Damn. What you doing, buddy? What you doing over there? Well, I think I'm about ready to wrap this up. I think I'm about ready to call her a night, man. Well, the problem with the Otis Honey Bunch dogs is that Otis just didn't seem to produce. The Snake dog didn't really produce. You know, that Snake dog was bred to some good bitches. And that Snake dog didn't produce. No, that book's not in a collection series. It's just on its own. It stands on its own. Now I do have a uh, a collection of books. Just me PA Combine, and I'll send you a price list. Yeah, I'm out too, man. Just email me PA Combine, and I'll send you a price list. All right, guys. I'm gonna shut her down. Shut her down. Y'all take it easy. I'll catch you next time. And sure do appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the subscribers. Appreciate all y'all hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the notification button. But I appreciate each and every subscriber. I really, really do. You don't know how much I do. I appreciate your um, participation. I appreciate you joining and being members. No, Irish Red. He didn't get him. He didn't even come to the funeral, man. He didn't even attend Lester's funeral.